Ah, damn it.
And then Summer became a zombie.
Hello,
Hi, chat.
chat.
Hello, chat.
Hello, the chat.
Hey, chat.
Oh god, chat instantly found it.
Of course they did.
Uh-huh.
I'm on it.
So, Rick, what is this character's name? Because it's just a...
Have a name for the character.
Oh, okay.
Calibarition.
Is there an epithet for them, or...
They found the second form you added.
I didn't add a second form. I just changed something.
Oh gosh, so much space in the couch.
It's got so much space after last night.
Yeah.
Hello, Rick.
Even feels like something's wrong.
I shall pet the
Look
Rick.
sideways.
You know what that means? I can freely transform into a Thelgar and I'll still have plenty of space.
Yeah. Oh wait, that reminds me. I need to go find a thing.
There we go. Wow, so much space.
Where's the sit in somebody's lap button?
There
I
is
should
a
be
lap
allowed such a button since I'm small enough.
button.
There we go.
I can't see chat. Let me pull that up more properly.
Miller, as for your question, I mean, I have to finish those, but yeah, like, I will send them to you when I'm done.
Got it.
Yeah, more work for you.
Yeah. Well,
This is actually one of my favorite types of puzzles. It looks straightforward, and then you think about it for a second and realize that it's actually completely backwards to how you were thinking originally.
To be fair, Mark, I specifically engineered that process to make it very easy for me.
It's still work.
Eh.
Okay. Actually, that up again. Close.
Speaking of still work, I did get a call back today, so that's fun.
What'd you get today, Miller?
A callback, a place I replied to, were like, "Hey, we'd like to hear more."
Ooh.
Cool.
Ooh,
Need to
congrats.
borrow Betsy again. Along with a substantial bribe.
How dare they bribe?
So much bribe.
Handle it.
Boxer says, "Do we at least get a hint at which other form has been changed?" No. Because this is an inopportune time.
Oh, by the way, Gears, remember to mute me on Discord if you're listening to me from VR.
Is that a thing? Hold on. What if I forget to
That
unmute you?
explains the
You can
discrepancy.
set Mark's volume to 0, I think is what you can do.
Yeah, I mean, either that or select mute. Doesn't matter.
Okay, he's looking
I'll
at
just
this.
hold your muzzle closed.
He's looking at the map and realizes there's a discrepancy of some kind.
It was a fire extinguisher all along.
I mean, the discrepancy, hold on, is probably that there are like more windows on the outside than there are on the inside. Clearly, I think the idea is that that's a false back to the room, that he's got some machine that's behind him, raising and lowering him. So
Well,
something
obviously
is-
he would know about that, though.
He's one of the ones who's on the inside, or is he...
He's a guy who's been with this cult for the longest. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
Have
3,
you
4,
guys heard of water?
5.
It's kind of great.
There's 5
Yeah.
windows here.
Go inside and look at how many windows are on the
Yeah,
inside.
1,
I
2,
see
3, 4, and there's only 3 on this side. Like, there could be 4 on this side, I guess. Maybe it does line up, but it looks weird that way.
There's most certainly not 5.
Okay, now I can see the chat.
Hmm.
Oh, I just noticed the cutout on the ear Rick. That's cute.
Oh, yeah.
Clothes are off.
That's the part
Quick,
that's
shuffle the
surprising to you?
Yes.
She GC's eyes.
You're gonna shovel the couch? You have to spend money to do that. Or points or whatever.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to get somebody else to do it.
Okay. I mean, I have like thousands of points because I never use this stuff for anything, so.
I've been shuffling the couch quite a bit just to mess around. I think like 400.
Let me see if I can do something.
No,
What? What happened?
All are
Oh,
I'm in
shuffled.
attack now.
Hi, Hellhound. Hi, Felgar. How are you two girls doing?
Felgar will need to. At some point, she'll have to apologize for punching your face.
Yeah, we'll get to that in 2 weeks when Ash gets back.
It might be a little bit more than 2 weeks, but yes.
Oh god, 2 weeks. More than 2 weeks.
At this point, we don't know exactly when Ash is going to be back.
Yeah,
Okay.
the work will be done when the work is done, I suppose.
Oh, man. I mean, I'll pretty much forget about my character and everything.
Don't worry, I'll remember.
Relatable.
Oh. There you go. Don't touch the couch now.
Okay, so the key with the E on it is missing. Or I guess an M.
No, all I need is the Thelgar avatar for
Back.
VR.
Yeah, he took it. There's also this key ring that's for one of the excavators. Also has these 2 things, which I do not know what they are. Putting those in my notes.
Hmm. I don't think it's so much as like, oh, I'm going to forget like about my character. It's more like, after spending like weeks without playing, you kind of, lose the whole. I don't know what to call that.
Immersion.
Yeah.
Immersion would be one, yeah.
Yeah,
Why
because
is
like,
everybody
because
getting
like
sandwiched with me?
it stops being a habit,
Okay, so they each have a copy of this one.
It's like role playing. If you go away for too long, sometimes you come back and you're like, oh no, what did I do last time?
I mean, what do you
I'm
mean
sorry.
it's like role playing? It is literally role playing.
I know, but I mean, Dungeons and Dragons feels like a different kind of thing.
Does it?
Oh, role playing. Okay, I heard something very different.
I would know. I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons and that kind of stuff.
Our comrade has
I only
sadly
got a
left for
vague
words.
idea of it.
What are you saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. His body's stashed in the back of the truck here.
His body's stashed in the back of a runabout? They're going to steal it! And nobody will ever know!
Wait, where is it again? I'm pretty sure I knew where that's from.
So
Dumber
Stoker
Boys.
posted it. Yeah. Yeah, it's like RPG. It's like an RPG sport or role playing sport. You got a referee and you got yourself some rules. Let's turn role playing to hockey now, or football, basketball, and all that, or
I
wrestling.
mean, that's what, like, Warhammer is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like RP, but you have... It's like an RP sport.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you ever wonder why both have RPG in their names?
Hmm.
And
Tyrion says, have we looked where the tire tracks go into the wall yet?
on a funny, I remember back when I used to play WWF Raw in this PlayStation 2. They introduced the manager mode, and it was clearly role play. Basically, you decide on what wrestlers join your wrestling community, but it was clearly role playing. I laughed at that, but I did say that was a pretty interesting idea. Manager mode.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, those go straight into a wall.
Yeah, but we know that. There's a door right here.
Was a door right here. No, that's
That
not
would
where
be
the door
right
is. No,
here.
that map is rotated. You see
Yeah,
where
that's
the
right.
two
It would go right here. It would be right behind the main room.
Yeah. Is there literally just like a forklift embedded in the wall?
Now, the forklifts have 3 tires.
Which
And
there
there's
were
2 of
3
them.
lines.
There was only one
There are
of them
3.
out during the day, and now there's 2 out at night. But yes, he's using a forklift for that.
Okay. Hello, Rye.
Lifted by a forklift in a secret room.
How dare you laugh?
I am going to town on my water. I'm already
At the
running out.
body.
Oh, okay.
By Nagasi. Into the body. Be disposed of by Jamati Pura. Okay, so this pattern of cloth that the body's wrapped in. The birdcage and cover spring range, and there was a runner rug that's also spring range. And the runner rug is not here, that's what he's wrapped in. However, does not care about me writing that down. Okay, so Koinagasi first. Okay, it says he did two different things. Hmm. Oh yeah, the book.
What if someone redid the Crossfire commercial with Clock Tower, huh?
And the canary is dead.
You guys really want to summon Stoker?
Wanna summon Stoker?
Just say the funny name
With
3
a
times.
blank, with the blank.
Yeah, you have to go into the bathroom, look into the mirror, and say the name 3 times.
Yeah, you gotta say Ken Penders 3 times, and he will appear in the mirror.
Uh,
I mean, if he fits the mirror, right?
By the way, not new. I just watched Adam's Family's Value
yeah.
movie. It is very funny.
Oh yeah.
The fire extinguisher?
I think I mentioned this before, but the funny thing is, I loved the Addams Family growing up as a kid, and I freaking love the original Addams Family.
Oh, fire extinguisher's dented. I didn't even notice that.
That's what I said. No, I didn't know that.
I said that thing. No, I didn't. I mean, not.
I thought you were talking about the other fire extinguisher. No, I didn't know about that one.
And it's empty.
Okay.
That would be why the bird died.
It's dead.
I was gonna say that the Addams Family movie aged very well, but then I remembered the scene where
With the Michael Jackson poster.
not just the Michael Jackson poster, but where the kids make fun of the other kids because they were not like, you know, white and blonde, and you know, it was like, oh my gosh, that's so fucked up. That is so incredibly fucked up.
I forgot most of the jokes in the Addams Family movie, but I definitely, the Mama Mushka. Mmm. We danced at the Jack the Ripper, and now this Mama Mushka is for you.
Okay, why would he need to use the fire extinguisher, though?
I mean, if I'm honest, like if it wasn't for Gears mentioning Addams Family, like that was completely that I had completely forgotten, you know, like the existence of.
No,
The best part
extinguisher's
was
correct.
this was at a time where I didn't know there were actors in movies. I was freaking laughing back then. It's an embarrassing thing I did as a kid because I thought, like, how did they do all
See
this
the
stuff
fire
on
extinguisher,
television?
Then
Oh my god, that reminds
And
me.
then
There's an
struck him.
actor. What's his,
Christopher Lloyd.
Tony
Mhm.
Jaa.
Yeah.
He did some
okay, it was the other way around.
Jackie Chan do your own stunts fighting movie, karate movie.
Mhm.
And he did not know about special effects, so he just knew how to do some ridiculous things like jumping ridiculously high.
Gresto revealed that he
Oh.
had figured out how
He
Koi's
just
levitation trick
In a
worked.
lot because he thought that's how it worked.
Koi feared Gresto might expose him as a fraud. Knowing Gresto to be asthmatic, Koi blasted him in the face with carbon dioxide, killing his own pet bird in the crossfire. With Gresto debilitated and gasping for air, Koi bludgeoned him over the head with a heavy fire extinguisher, killing him instantly. Noble citizens of Lemuria, my father has brought great shame on the Manzik family. I assure you my vision for this fine country bears no relation to his. To demonstrate my commitment to our ancient traditions, my first act as king shall be to appoint none other than First Sentinel Pravi Nagasi, he who has fulfilled the ancient prophecy, to the position of royal spiritual advisor. In this role, First Sentinel Nagasi shall have access to me in a way few others are permitted. Twice a year, before each solstice, he shall meet with me privately to help shape the path I lay out for our nation over the following period. From this day forth, no monarch shall be without his or her spiritual advisor, always a first sentinel of the day. Let us never forget our spiritual roots, for we are not Westerners but proud Lemurians.
I don't
Tony
see
Jaa
any
is
lemurs.
crazy skilled.
But yeah, I did not.
Revelation.
I honestly,
Ori receives a haunting message.
I couldn't believe that Christopher Lloyd played Fester back then. When I found out.
Yes, Blessed One, I have heard your words and recorded them faithfully. I will relay them to my dedicants immediately. By your command, it shall be done on the date you have given me. Oh dear.
Ori receives a haunting message. What's this, a crossover?
First Sentinels only.
Also, one twist that I actually really liked about the Addams Family back then, because it didn't seem cliche at the time, when they introduced the imposter Vester, and it turns out it was, well, actually, no, I shouldn't even say it now that I think about it, but that was a pretty good twist what they did with Fester in that movie.
So in today's
This
reading of the
movie's years
scripture.
old.
Now prepare yourselves,
It was
for
made
First
in
Sentinel Ori shall soon
1991.
return, bearing the waterfall's divine proclamation. Until that blessed moment, let us pray that the wisdom our master brings will illuminate our path and strengthen our faith. Pravi, the temple fire, and the waterfall.
Oh boy.
We're so lucky to serve the one true chosen leader. How could such a perfect figure be brothers with that blasphemous fool Koi? I can't wait to hear what the waterfall has told Master Ori. I wish I could hear its voice too.
Mr. Ori Blind Forest?
Ash.
Hello.
Hello, Ash.
Hello, Ash.
I see chat has already found West of Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to hell.
Didn't think that would take too long.
No, they
Welcome
always
to
scour it
die.
immediately.
Oh, of course. It's the first thing they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Rye, that is that is this form. This is West of Hell.
You must
I
now
don't-
dine in hell's soup.
But what is to the west of hell?
Her. And now she's naked.
Albuquerque.
And the
Hmm.
monument. Let's see. First proclamation has something to do with sinners. I'm sure the second one was about Didicans and their money. Third mentioned not endangering someone. Fourth involved not leaving. And the fifth mentioned a virus. No. I'm gonna miss Master Ori's grand revelation if I can't figure these out soon. His words shape our very purpose.
Is that person entombed?
Probably.
Yeah. Looks like Big Heavy Rock is on top of him.
Oh boy. West of Hell is in fact Kaiserville. That would be Hell, Michigan.
I don't trust a place called Lemuria when you see a total of 0 lemurs in it.
No, that's fair.
And
Mm. Do.
that temple. Nope. Ori's temple. Nope. No, I got it backwards. Yeah.
Hmm.
I can't tell the brothers apart.
Well, they are twins, so that's to be expected.
I just started watching what's it called? Common Side Effects. That is an interesting show.
Oh, yes, I've seen that one. That's about the, like, they find the perfect drug and they're trying to hide it from Big Pharma.
Yes.
Oh, that thing we saw before? The one with the mushroom?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So we absolutely got distracted and didn't finish watching. We got into a
It's
deep
interesting.
conversation.
It's interesting. I think I saw like one of the characters like the moment I listened to her voice, we're like, I think that's the same actress from the character from Carol and the End of the World, which is another
So-
information.
I'm looking at this language, and it seems to be that it's always written left to right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand what the arrows are supposed to be.
The arrow indicates what type of sentence it is. This is a statement. This is an imperative.
Okay.
It definitely threw me for a loop when I started hearing Hank Hill's voice as the CEO.
Which also did not.
Oh, damn it, Bobby. You spent $829 billion in R&D last year, and we ain't got nothing.
God dang, Bob, she's going to the clock tower. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I see. You have
That's
this.
You must help
Super.
your mother. Lion did hinder his mother. Mother of Lion. Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because the other one is Mother of Tortoise.
Oh, this is like
and
a
then mother of you.
this is like a family tree branch. There's
Yeah, I
has
see
mother
that.
right here with the line over it, indicating that's the one.
Oh.
So if the line was
okay,
over
so
this one,
that's-
it would be the father.
So, yeah, okay, I see that.
but then that's like the mark on the door that we saw. It had the three shapes.
Mm-hmm. So,
Tortoise did help his mother. So this one is
Help.
reward, this one's waterfall, this is tortoise, this is lion, this is kill,
it's
this
kill.
is help.
That's hinder.
Or
That's hinder.
hinder.
So it's help, and then the dot above
Hinder.
is like a negation.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be correct. It seems to be.
Okay, so if that's a negation, then this one is did not.
Did, and then that one has the line over it, so I'm gonna guess that's probably a future tense. So will,
Maybe.
Perhaps.
because we don't see that used in the kids' book. And must would be the imperative, which means it would be the line, or the line underneath the glyphs. So it wouldn't be must or must not. And it wouldn't be did or did not. So it must be will.
Yeah, I can see the logic there.
Okay, need
That tracks.
need some more vocabulary here. Let's see. Take a picture of this. Is this the same thing as
It
this
looks
one?
like it, yes.
Okay. Okay, so I don't need that open.
Nope.
First Sentinel Ori shall soon return bearing the Waterfall's divine proclamation. First proclamation has something to do with sinners. Well, there's the symbol for the temple, and there's an X over it. As a Pravi. This symbol right here looks like bowing.
Do we have what verbs do we have?
Pray, burn, extinguish, kill, resurrect, reward, punish, endanger, protect, leave, enter. I know this one is burn because this is the same as the golden idol symbol.
Which would mean the third one is probably extinguish because it's not burn.
Yeah.
And then fourth one would also be burn because it's the same verb.
Would that be waterfall did extinguish then instead of did not?
Yeah, because that's instead of not burn, it's extinguish. So waterfall did extinguish.
What is that one?
Well, that is same symbol with a circle around it, so fire probably.
Yeah, it's like the
Noun form of
the
it.
noun version. Yeah.
Yeah, that would track. So that would be fire did burn blank temple.
Now, he's inside the temple. Okay, that's what we were looking at, the waterfall. That's the structure.
Oh, that tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Inside
probably
temple.
the
X in the
play
temple. Okay, that's inside
in the temple. That would track, yes. Waterfall did extinguish fire. Fire did burn Pravi. Pravi
Will not die.
Is it not die because it was the dot over it? That means not.
Well, no, this last sentence would still be Pravi something, or fire something Pravi.
That's fire. That's
Oh,
right. Fire.
Fire will kill Pravi. I think. Because that's the symbol for kill.
Oh, when he said
but it's
virus, that's what the fire is. Is that the idea? Is that the fire is both a literal fire and a sort of like a slow fire, a virus?
Potentially.
Well, no, that doesn't make sense because he said the thing, like the third one was something about money, and that doesn't seem right. Maybe he's talking about something else.
But it seems. Might be talking about what's on the monument.
I think he's talking about what's on the monument there.
Yeah.
Since that was what was behind him. Yeah, I think it's fire will kill Pravi.
Oh, we have killed. Fire will not kill Pravi, or
Yeah, no, I think it's will because it's the dot above it that means
Waterfall
not.
did kill.
oh, will not.
Did hinder.
But remember, we kind of determined that the line was.
But we
a
also have
future
will
tense.
not.
Future.
Well, if it is will not, then it's easy enough to switch. Yeah, try will kill. Nope, that's not it either, so something else is wrong.
Probably fire will not kill Probably. Waterfall did extinguish fire. Fire did burn temple. Probably did pray inside temple.
Is it pray?
Pretty sure. but I recall it
I,
being in
yeah,
the
it does
previous
have like
scene.
the same. It does have that shape to it, so. But I think
Yeah,
everything else is correct.
Wait, can you try Fire Will Resurrect Pravi?
Oh, maybe. No.
They don't really change
Then
anything.
it's still
Two or fewer
saying
incorrect.
pure,
Okay.
So
So
think
we
it
are
is
still
that
confused
verb.
about what this is supposed to be.
yeah, that's where we're getting things wrong right here.
Okay,
We
so a
don't
line over mother indicates.
Yeah, a line over that symbol
That's what it's.
indicates.
I don't know
Which
if that would be
side
the
it-
same here.
I don't know. What does the monolith inscription show? Does it have that line over any of the verbs?
Yes,
It does.
this one,
Yeah.
this one, and this one. So
And
we
it's
will
the
need to
same
figure
one.
out.
Yeah, we need to figure out what that is.
Shall soon return bearing the waterfall's divine proclamation. Wisdom our master brings will illuminate our path. Okay, wait. If this is actually like the opposite of the verb. It's not a negation of the verb. So is this one the negation?
It might be. Well, no, we tried will not kill Pravi.
Did not kill Pravi.
Did not. It's past
Okay.
tense.
Did not.
Did not. So it's past
Didn't
tense and
kill
the,
her. I did not.
and a negation. Okay, so
I
that's-
think it's like past tense unless there's like some other indicator.
maybe.
Okay, the line is the negation.
Yeah, dot is okay. Okay.
So yeah, dot is the like semantic opposite,
Yeah.
and the line is like actual just negation.
That would, yeah, that seems to be correct. Good to know.
Okay. Next is the monument.
So, Squirr. That one
Where?
was
So that's
Ori.
Ori.
Did not reward.
No, this is dot. That's the opposite of this. Did.
Oh, punish. That's right. Was it punish?
Yeah, reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
So did
because-
punish.
Yeah,
Did
that's
punish.
correct.
Okay, we have. I mean, I'm assuming the small circle is a person.
Yeah, I'm thinking the
You.
ones with the devil
yeah.
horns are going to be Koi's dedicants, and then the 3 circles without horns are your dedicants or Ori's dedicants or whatever.
Ori.
Yeah, let me pull up this guy again. Had something to do with sinners. Let's just use
wonder if-
sinners.
Yeah, the horns might indicate that they are sinners.
Second one was about dedicants and their money.
I mean, with a hellhound like this here, I'd be a center.
Oh, that's the monetary symbol. We've seen that before. So the
Yeah.
Dedicant's money.
I guess Dedicants.
Dedicants did burn Dedicant's money.
Dedicants.
So this one we have a
not.
semantic negation and the opposite, so it's
So what
Did
is
not.
that symbol? It has something to do with Ori. Like the
what
last
does the
word
guy
is
say the
Ori.
third story was about?
Not endangering someone. Okay. So this looks like a shield, is what I'm thinking. That's protect, and the opposite is endanger.
So Dedicants did not endanger Ori. Dedicants did not. That's Ori's temple.
Yeah. The fourth involved not leaving. The Dedicants did not leave Ori's temple.
Something.
Fifth
Have
mentioned
that
a virus.
verb from the last. We have that verb from the last thing, so this is virus something Ori.
Did not kill.
Incorrect.
Darn. I thought we did pretty well there. Of course, we're assuming this guy is, remembering correctly.
Okay, so not endangering someone.
Fifth mentioned a virus.
Can we change that third one to will not endanger Ori? And will not leave Ori's temple? If these are supposed to be like commandments, they should be.
Oh, I completely missed
Imperatives.
that. This is the imperative.
These are imperative.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Easy.
Ori must
fix.
punish sinners. Dedicants must burn Dedicants' money. Dedicants must not endanger Ori. Dedicants must not leave Ori's temple. Virus must not kill Ori.
Not that it can't, but that it must not be allowed to.
Yeah, these are the
Correct.
rules for this temple. The last one is the waterfall.
Virus will not in this case, because it's the squiggly,
Squiggly did not.
or did not. Yeah.
I'm thinking like the one that goes in the opposite direction is a future.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay.
So virus did not kill.
Somebody's father.
I assume
Your father.
Your father.
Virus did not kill your father.
Your brother killed your father.
Your brother
Yes.
killed your father. Yeah.
Your brother did kill your father.
Yeah.
Your brother did kill your father.
You. Is that leave?
Koi's temple.
You must not leave Koi's temple. Because it's the dot.
Okay, it was this one.
No, that would be you must enter then.
Enter. You must not enter.
Yeah.
Must not enter.
Koi.
Koi.
Must not enter the temple.
Koi must not enter Koi's temple.
Are you sure it's must not? It doesn't have the line over it, which would be
Oh,
a negation.
Oh, yeah. It would just be the semantic opposite.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Your dedicants.
Must burn Koi's temple. Koi's dedicants. Same thing.
Koi's dedicants. Fire. Anyone down there? Fire will burn you.
It's
Fire
just
will
in,
not.
fire burns.
Will not.
Because line.
Fire will not.
Oh yeah, fire will not burn you. Waterfall will protect you. Fire will kill your brother.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, waterfall will protect you. Think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Okay, fire will protect you, but what about all the dedicants?
No, waterfall.
Sounds
will
like they're gonna be
Nori received a message from the waterfall that revealed Koi's dark secret and instructed him to see that both brothers took part in a deadly ordeal.
Uh-oh.
Blasphemers brought to justice. Shastai, Danzi, and the Amazing Flying Boy, an old poster advertising the family's first show. A pair of magicians who spread malicious lies about the blessed waterfall have been executed under new blasphemy laws. At a public cinema screening yesterday, husband and wife Shastai and Denizi Akai were overheard questioning the veracity of the miracle that saved Pravi Nagasi. Today, both were found guilty of spreading misinformation before being swiftly beheaded. Their ruling and sentencing were given by His Majesty King Lutri Manzek, with guidance from his spiritual advisor, First Sentinels Koi and Ori Nagasi. King Lutri's public approval ratings are at an all-time high, thanks largely to his firm religious stance, new polling suggests. Blaze of glory. A victor rises from the ashes.
Yep.
Well, it was burned to the ground.
Yeah, a little bit.
Ooh. So
Looks
that
like
was
he
hot.
tried to. Yeah, it looks like he tried to open it, but he couldn't grab it because it was.
Broken belt.
burned even.
Spiritual and elegant. First Sentinel Koi Nagasi says, asceticism needn't be austere. 1. Famous symbol of Koi. 2. Palladium necklace. Palladium jewelry is more expensive than platinum because it is harder to make. 3. Hand-woven mantle decorated with traditional Lemurian pattern. 4. Black pearl bracelet once belonged to Lankan Rasha family. 5. Silk garment was custom made in Louis Bernard Fashion House. 6. Seven-headed serpent tattoo circling palm of the back of right hand. Donate to Koi's charitable foundation and get one as a sign of your generosity. 7. Model 40823 platinum watch from Brought Simon's latest collection. You know, I think he was a bit of a hypocrite.
You think?
What? No.
To think
Also,
they
wait,
nearly
can you
left
look
you in
back at
there.
those
You're coming
hands
with
again?
me.
A mysterious idol.
Those are 2 left hands.
That is true.
That is true. It looks like 2 people handcuffed together, then, perchance.
Is it both brothers, then?
Maybe.
This experience has given me a whole new perspective on life. As such, my first act will be put an end to donations and punishment. After that, I would like to live out the rest of my days in solitude, though I will always be with you in spirit. Small key.
With a crown symbol on it. The proclamations made by...
Pravi Nagasi.
Yeah.
Hang on, Minnie. I'm struggling to keep up with this victory speech, and before that started, I didn't have time to finish the minutes. My fingers are going to fall off at this rate. Please bear with me. I'm still not entirely sure what just happened, but I'll do my best to recount everything. This morning, as I prayed in the study, I entered a deep trance and lost all sense of time and space. My consciousness returned to this earthly plane. I found myself surrounded by fire and smoke. Yet I felt no pain. Instead, I heard a voice of our beloved waterfall. It said, "Fear not, child of the universe, for this is your destiny." This experience has given me a whole new perspective on life. As such, my 1. The Master of Ceremonies called the trial to order. 2. Zero Legstoi and Nali Zarati searched the participants, shackled them together inside the prayer hall, and returned the keys to the Master of Ceremonies. 3. Kwanzaa Rafeli and Tessa Navari ensured all exits were locked, as well as blocked by at least one follower from each camp. The King's soldiers also assumed their positions. 4. Ania Tranta and Fez Relaki handed out Molotov cocktails to all followers from both camps and saw that they were thrown through every window in unison. 5. The fire was allowed to rage for several hours until it finally died down by itself. 6. Victor declared as...
So...
and government badge. Scribe, take down this message discreetly and have it delivered to King Lutri at once. Your Highness, I regret to inform you that today's trial has not gone to plan. Our insider could not be found this morning, but we saw no way to halt proceedings without arousing suspicion. Now the trial has ended. The spectators have accepted their new sole First Sentinel. Approved. Strictly confidential advisory report. Trial by ordeal. The Royal Council has reviewed First Sentinel Ori Nagasi's challenge to his brother Koi. Several council members initially raised concern about the possibility of Ori becoming the sole First Sentinel should Koi perish. Without Koi's limiting influence, they argued, Ori's unpredictable nature could render him difficult to control. As First Sentinels are among the few afforded the privilege of holding private counsel with His Majesty, maintaining stability in this role is paramount. The favored party was contacted discreetly to confirm that he had a plan to ensure his survival. His plan satisfies our conditions, and his accomplice has passed our clearance checks. We have provided the spare for handover. Therefore, His Majesty King Lutri Manzek has authorized the trial by ordeal. Strictly confidential. Copy the brothers' correspondence provided by Koi. Koi, you always were a few rungs short of a full ladder. Why on earth would I accept such a challenge? Get stuffed. Ori, so you admit you could not possibly win? Then you should renounce your title. Or have you no shame whatsoever? Koi, I've changed my mind. I now realize there is no chance of me losing, so why shouldn't I take this opportunity to double my following? Before long, I'll be living better than ever, off your dedicants' donations. What a pity you won't be around to see it. Ori, that settles it. My dedicants and I will show up at your temple on the gate given to me by the waterfall. You will receive no advance notice. I don't want you preparing any of your tricks. Even the palace will not know when the trial is to take place until I inform them on the day itself. So dramatic. Fine. I'll be here ready and waiting. How can this be? We cannot deny the Blessed Waterfall's choice. It is truly a miracle. 2 small keys. Government badge. First Sentinel Ori Nagasi has challenged his brother, First Sentinel Koi Nagasi, to a trial by ordeal. Koi has accepted the challenge. Both men will be locked inside Koi's temple. Shackled to one another at the hands and feet, the building will be set ablaze by their dedicants, who will guard all possible exits alongside soldiers from King Lutri Manzek's royal army. The Blessed Waterfall will surely protect he who is worthy of its position, leaving he who is undeserving to perish.
Okay. The keys I'm noticing this guy is holding, so I'm guessing he has one for each brother. So then we saw keys on the one person who walked out. We need to figure out whose that is.
Prior to today's trial, Ori and Koi Nagasi chose their respective overseers as follows. Ori, Koi. Restrain overseers to secure shackles. Exitway overseers to ensure all exits blocked. Ignition overseers to start fire. Fire extinguishers.
Which all of them are all full.
Yes.
Yep.
And they only brought 3.
Well, it's a good thing this place has no vegetation.
Still missing some spots.
Oh, and there's even the forklift right next to the trapdoor. Burned out.
Oh, yeah.
Squish indeed.
Yeah. Whoever stepped out had 1 key.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 people died here.
Well, so they said that Koi had a confidant, so I'm assuming he might have had some kind of body double. who
This
took
is
the
possible.
fall.
Yeah.
We do know that.
The Tessa has the idol, so.
Mhm.
Or Koi and Ori have both died, and the confidant is now assuming the power.
That is also a possibility.
Okay, what am I missing here?
Do you need to complete the first event?
That is possible. That does usually
wouldn't be
happen in
the
these
first
last
time.
ones. Yeah, that does usually happen in these last ones. They don't give us... They don't have us search for words, and they just
Yeah.
advance it one at a time.
So
Okay.
Ori challenged Koi. Yeah, Ori challenged Koi.
Mm-hmm. Koi accepted, thinking he could win if he... Blank a blank from blank.
Received a key from...
Or stole.
Oracle. Well, the government did say that they had a favored between the 2 brothers, and were going to work with him. So then.
And then...
Hmm.
Clearly missing something about this.
Right.
Restraint overseers who secure shackles. 0 legs toy. Jamadi Pura. Exit way overseers to ensure all exits blocked. What is with the belt?
Is with the belt.
Well,
So is
if it was
the
tied
belt-
to this right here, it eventually
Right.
burned because the trapdoor got so hot it burned and broke.
Yeah, so somebody tied the trapdoor shut.
Before proceedings began.
Again, I'm still going with the idea that this is the one of the confidants, or one of the people who are set up to like give off the key or whatever. They just didn't and let both brothers
entered
die.
the bunker and then locked it with a belt.
Belts. So,
So thinking he could win if he received a key from.
kind of what I thought. Who is he working with? Which of his,
It would be
I mean,
one,
it's gotta be
one
the-
of Koi's.
It's got to be
Like
the
we-
lock guy, right? The one that was handled the shackles.
like, Tessa survived,
So-
but we
Mhm.
don't know. What about these other two, Jessa?
Let's see. We see two of them right here. They're standing outside. I don't see anybody else. You have these two and Tessa Navari.
Mhm.
And then you have this person right here. Leaves two more unaccounted for.
I think the person who claims that they are the receiver of this is going to be Koi's restraint person.
This morning I said, That's
Okay. Here's the order of events. Master of Ceremonies called the trial to order. Zero Legstoy and Nali Zarati searched the participants, shackled them together inside the prayer hall, then returned the keys to the Master of Ceremonies. But we know that there's 3 keys.
That's true. Somebody still had one.
Kwanzaa Raffelli and Tessa Navari ensured all exits were locked, as well as blocked by at least one follower from each camp. King's soldiers also assumed their positions. Anya Tranta and Fez Balaki handed out Molotov cocktails to all followers from both camps, saw that they were thrown through every window in unison. The fire was allowed to rage for several hours until it finally died down by itself.
So, Zira and Nolly.
Yeah, they would be the only ones who had a chance to slip them the key.
So which one was Koi's?
Wait, what? Didn't the note just say Zira and Nelly?
Zira
Yeah.
and Nali.
Nolly Zarati. But Nolly Zarati is not listed as belonging to either camp.
Yeah, he was substituted at the last minute, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
So which is the, which name from Koi's camp does not appear? Tessa and Fez both, so Jamadi Pira was supposed to be the person who got the key,
Yes.
which is probably the person that Koi was banking on getting the key from.
Received a key from Nali Zarati, entered his bunker with it, and then...
No. I think it's
No,
the
it
other way
would've been-
around. I think he was trying to get a key from the person on the diagram.
Yeah,
Because
it
the
would've been
notes that this
Jamadi.
guy has
Oh.
are the ones that are being written right now.
Okay.
They're coming off of his typewriter. So what actually happened is Nali Zarati then came in at the last second and fucked everything up.
Yep.
His bunker with it, and then...
Does the bunker have a window you could leave through?
It had vents, and you see there's little air ducts to the south of the burning building.
Unlocked his...
So there's clearly some kind of connection to the surface. It's not just that
Unlocked his
trapdoor.
shackles with it. And then entered the bunker. But before proceedings began, someone else entered the bunker. So Jamadi Pura was supposed to be there, but if he took the key for himself...
Mm-hmm. Yep, we've got new scenes. All right.
All right. Everyone was like, "Where's Jamadi? I don't understand where he at." He was locked underneath the bunker, waiting for the burning to finish up.
Koi really has a sick mind, choosing this of all places. Although I suppose no one will ever disturb the sacred ground here. Hang on a second. Dispose of this note once you're done. Last night I was once again haunted by my dark secret in my sleep. Yeah, okay, that's the same.
Same as last time.
1594. But is this where he was burying the body? Probably.
Looks like it.
But he found something. Hang on a second.
Oh, his glasses. Look at his. There's a reflection in his glasses. Or is that just the flowers that are around him?
Those are the mushrooms.
It
right here.
looks like the glowing
Oh, the
mushrooms.
mushrooms. Oh, okay.
Could this really have been the result of a miracle win, like they say? Something about the footage seems off. Ticket stub. Few coins. To honor the death of First Sentinel Pravi Nagasi, a classic, Miracle at the Waterfall, will be showing all week at the Lagoon Theater. Witness the first miracle ever to be captured on film. Real footage of the divine moment that gave rise to the first true First Sentinel. An ancient prophecy fulfilled. After the Inferno, only one shall rise, bearing the mark of the universe. Admission 2L only. Maybe it was. Okay. What else could explain the water's trajectory? If only we had a better viewing angle. Ticket stub. Pack of playing cards. Hello, darling. Thank you for those wonderful photographs. What a handsome young man my grandson has become. How lucky he is to have inherited such a strong set of features from you and Shastai. Give my love to the family, Daddy. How dare they doubt the blessed waterfall, and in public. As soon as this ends, I'm reporting them to King Lutri's purity guards. Ticket stub. Fire rages through the temple. Will probably survive. But then a mighty wind howls from the east. The blessed waterfall is redirected. Miracle, Pravi is saved.
Okay, so we've got two more things to fill in now. The timeline and
Something about the footage seems off. Of course the footage is off. It's a movie. But maybe they're actually talking about, like, the literal events.
right.
What else could explain the water's trajectory? If only we had a better viewing angle.
It looks like there's a cave.
There's a
behind the
cave
waterfall.
behind the waterfall in
Of course
a
there's a cave
video
behind the
game.
waterfall.
Of
Pretty
course
sure
there
that's
is.
where
Why
everybody...
wouldn't there be?
I'm pretty sure that's where everybody was in the previous scenario. With the translation.
But yeah. Got a timeline and a plan, it looks like, to fill in.
Okay, order these events chronologically. Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, Pravi's murder was in the 40s.
Koi's Miracle, Ori's Revelation, and Trial by Fire are just kind of in that order. At least
Yeah.
between those three. There might be something in between them.
Well, yeah, Ori's Revelation comes immediately before the Trial by Fire. Okay, we know from the first episode one of them had to be alive. But he comes out. That means that Lucci, if he was the one that did it, that would mean that Lucci's murder comes at the end.
Potentially.
What did the cinema thing say? It said, because of this event, we're now screening the movie. It's like one of the cards that somebody had.
Miracle at the Waterfall. Death of First Sentinel Pravi Nagasi. Yeah. Okay,
There
so
we go.
Pravi was murdered. And so, yeah, movie was screened at the cinema. And what a handsome young man my grandson has become. How lucky it is to have inherited such a strong set of features from you and Shastai. The first miracle ever to be captured on film.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing I noticed from that video. Pravi walks into the temple, and there's a board on the front of the door. And then the next shot, the board is closed over the front of the door.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody on the outside closed it and tried to trap him in there.
Interesting.
And if this whole thing was actually caught on, like, film, then that film knows exactly who it is.
So,
Giamatti Pura knew when to hide in the bunker because...
Blank told Blank the trial date.
Only one person.
The only person who knew the trial date was Ori.
Yeah.
Motivated by blank, his final goal, which he achieved, was to become first sentinel. Because that's what happened when.
Which he achieved was...
Might have also just been to kill Koi and or Ori. Like, becoming first sentinel may have just been incidental.
Yeah. Okay, Ori Nagase told... Not the waterfall.
Other stuff is wrong too.
Okay,
Feels kind of like we're
Pura.
guessing.
Let me go back to a previous scenario. Okay, so Jamadi Pura is a guy that was supposed to be Koi's
Mm-hmm.
lackey. Need this when you get there. Dispose of this note once you're done. Oh, that's the code for the gate.
Yep.
Diary Volume 5.
So was it not motivated by power? Was it motivated by guilt? Or fear, I guess? He thought his father's ghost was haunting him.
You will pay for what you did to me, a life for a life. Okay, if he had a different goal first. Like, hang on a second. He notices something about the waterfall.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No. Like, man, this is very subtle, whatever they're doing here.
Right.
After that, I would like to live out the rest of my days in solitude, though I will always be with you in spirit. Okay, so he survived the trial by fire, but then the king was murdered, ostensibly by him.
Mm-hmm.
But how does that make sense if his intent was to immediately go into isolation? Oh, no, wait. No, let me go back to the first one. It was still the prince who killed the king. No, first sentinel. That was it. Okay.
Ooh.
But you don't believe that he can say, I will stay isolated and with you in spirit, and then a week later he lied?
It really depends on what his actual motivation is.
Yeah.
I guess it's... Well, here's the thing. If he's trying to be motivated by his father's spirit, which his diary seems to hint at, then a life
By
for a
my
life.
dark secret.
I mean, that would make me think that he committed patricide. But then why does that mean that either the First Sentinels or the King has to die? Or were the First Sentinels still just
Actually,
pawns in the way of his path to get to the King's murder?
wait a second.
Hmm.
Okay, so, question. Who is this guy anyway?
Good question.
Seems to have no lineage that we know of.
Was he at any point anywhere in these scenarios besides just as Koi's lackey?
Was he around the start? I can't remember.
I didn't recall him being part of this one.
And then he just appears here.
Right. And
And
we
he's already
had
doing dirty work.
his notes. Reliable ever since he showed up here, had opportunity to turn on me early on, but proved his loyalty and worth that day. What does that mean?
Hello, Astolfo.
Hello,
What are
kid.
you still doing now? Oh, and
Hello,
a sink.
Stink. Oh, and we got
Oh.
a sink here too.
Hello, Sink.
Hello, Sync.
You are muted, dear.
The guy who says he's loyal is for sure the bad guy. 100%.
Always.
I mean,
Oh,
we've
I've always
gathered
been.
we've gathered that. We're just trying to understand. What we have to go off is that his journal says that he was haunted by his father's ghost, who said, "A life for a life." So what? At least what I think it is like he interpreted it somehow that he had to kill the king, and he found out that he could use Koi and Ori as a path to get access to the king. And so he involved himself with their whole thing just so he could eventually usurp them.
So he's a Klingon.
Effectively.
No, he's a Romulan. He's way more long planning than any Klingon can be.
I'm gonna get lore.
That really
checked by
depends on-
Gustavo.
Once this is done, I can finally rest.
Me when it's 4:30 at work and I want to go home.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, was there anything else in here?
Okay, so he was
know about
tasked with
that.
burying the body, and that's where he went to the temple, the burned temple, to then bury the body. And that's when he found the thing with the miracle.
Yeah.
And there's the idea that he thought he was done, and then he discovered some secret with the miracle, and he's like, "Oh, now I have this bigger task to do."
Now I have to collect the 7 Dragon Balls.
Basically.
Yeah, effectively.
Okay,
Collect
so
the 7 Dragon Balls and handle them all at once in my hand, like David Bowie in the Labyrinth.
Orange would relinquish power to the Sun Prince Lutri. Okay, so they covered up the king's murder. Solstice speech centered around plans to westernize Lemuria, but the clergy were resistant to westernization. Shasti and Denise and the Amazing Flying Boy. So these are the 2 people that were in the theater.
Yelp.
Spread malicious lies about the blessed waterfall have been executed under new blasphemy laws. Husband and wife Shastai and Denise Akai were overheard questioning the veracity of the miracle that saved Pravi Nagasi. His Majesty King Lutri Manzek. Guidance from his spiritual advisors, First Sentinels Koi and Ori Nagasi. So is that him?
I mean, presumably that's their son.
Husband and wife Shasti and Denise Akai. That's not his last name.
Nope. Unless it's a fake name.
Could be. They are stage magicians, so.
He could have also just started going by another name.
I mean, this is true. Because we already know that Koi gives people different names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gave all of his followers different
Okay,
names. He might have done the same for...
The note on Denise, when she's in the movie theater, is her father kind of describing the boy's features. And saying, "Oh, he's such a handsome boy. He looks like both of you."
What a handsome young man my grandson has become. How lucky he is to have inherited such a strong set of features from you and Shastai. Pack of
What
playing
features
cards.
did he inherit?
Yeah,
I mean, he
I
inherited
think
his
that-
mother's white eyes.
Yes, white eyes.
and her nose.
And his father's glasses.
Yeah, no, that's him.
Yeah, okay. So,
So his parents were assassinated not even assassinated, executed for a hokey blasphemy charge.
Yep.
Yes.
And he wanted to take revenge against the clergy, and then eventually that went all the way up to the king. Or the other way around. No, yeah, it started with wanting to take revenge against the clergy, and then it went up to the king. No, to kill Lutri Menzek. Okay, so now there's exactly 2 wrong.
I assume that Ori Nagase told the waterfall the trial date is not correct.
Probably.
No, I think it's the waterfall told Jamati. I think that's what he found here.
Yeah, I think that would be... not quite.
No, but those are the exact 2 that are wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So, how did Jamati Pura figure out what the date was? See,
Probably
Gresto's
from
burial.
like a weird chessboard in a random room.
Honestly, with this game, probably.
Probably took them about 3 hours maybe, and they got really upset when they figured out the date.
Possibly.
Secret Never Post says, did he figure it out because he picked
Okay,
it? Oh,
when
did
was
Jamati
that?
tell
Yeah, exactly.
Koi
He knew
what
the
the
date
should
because
be?
he did the murder.
No, I think that's actually a good line of thinking here. If Jamati knew, like, the secret of the waterfall, he could have very easily orchestrated the entire thing.
Or played a video game one time.
Or he played a video game one time.
Oh,
So-
if he knew the secret of the waterfall, then yeah, he could have messed with Ori's revelation.
Very
Because it was because of
easily.
that revelation that Ori was like, okay, now we have to do this trial by combat, or
Great
whatever.
Magic the Gathering card.
Because
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's for Mortal Kombat.
Gresto's burial happened before
No,
Ori's
Ori.
revelation. That's
These
what's...
do all
Yes.
sound like Magic the Gathering cards.
Jamati Pura knew when to hide in Bucker because he told Ori Nagase. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, he set up the whole revelation.
Okay. Jamati Pura wanted to kill Lutri Menzek. Blank and blank because they had...
So that would have been
Coin.
Koi and Ori.
Hopefully this thing can handle it being Koi
Ordered.
and Ori, or Ori and Koi. Those are different.
That his parents, Shasta and Danisi, be executed.
Jamati Pura was able to access the waterfall because...
Koi.
Yeah, Koi gave him the code.
So that,
Body could be buried. That was... Gresta knows.
Gresta.
Okay. Gresta knows his body could be buried there. Later, Jamati Pura returned and spoke to Blank from Blank the Blank, ordering him to hold a trial by ordeal.
He
Spoke to
spoke
Ori
to
from behind the
Ori.
waterfall.
Yes.
Yep.
Before the trial began, Jamati Pura locked himself inside the bunker, leaving Ori and Koi to die. All this led to Jamati Pura being appointed First Sentinel, giving him access to Lutri Menzek.
Lutri. Yep.
Hooray!
Figured it out.
Wow.
Wow.
That is a
Nice.
conspiracy there.
Right?
Solve the scenario. After his parents' execution, Jamadi Pura sought revenge against King Lutri Manzek and his two first sentinels, Ori and Koi Nagasi. He joined Koi's following with the aim of obtaining intelligence and access. Before long, he had gained Koi's trust by using his knowledge of magic to devise ways for Koi to perform miracles. From there, he bided his time and used his proximity to Koi to uncover more useful information. After Koi gave Jamadi access to the waterfall, Jamadi spotted the cave behind it. Seeing an opportunity, he formulated his plan. To the airfield, Inia. Goodbye, Lemuria. I'll never forget you. And then he flees the country.
Yep.
Task completed
Meanwhile,
to never return.
in Albion, I found over there, Oriole, the Golden Idol. Now turn it over.
My Frankie, my dear.
What?
I love you.
Why?
Why? Mary.
Made in Lanka. Oh. Packet of peanuts, please, barkeep.
Not the golden idol.
Okay.
In fact, it didn't have anything to do with this one. Specifically.
No, this one was a fake all along. Like, basically for this entire sequel, the Golden Idol only exists as, like, a deconstructed version of itself. So...
Yeah.
As I remember in, like, the original opening cinematic for this one, we see the actual Golden Idol on a shelf somewhere, but it never gets brought up.
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it?
20
Wow.
minutes left.